the LG V20 user here. Today I'm doing the video on the LG V40 ThinQ, guys. So LG has announced its 4th generation of the V series for LG here. So the LG V40 ThinQ is now here. So I'm on phone.com and I'm gonna give you guys what I think about the phone and stuff like that. So the LG V40, as you guys can probably tell by the main points, is it's 5 fucking cameras, dude. 5 fucking cameras, dude. Dude, that's fucking insane. So yeah, obviously it carries, so it's 5 cameras on there, 3 on the back, 2 in the front. So that's fucking insane. So that's gonna be the first time that we see dual cameras on the V series since the LG V10 from 2015. So yeah, as you guys see right there, the phones in 4 different colors. They're will be available when they get released. And as you guys see right there, triple cameras on back. Dude, that's insane, dude. That's just insane. Okay, so let's go check out the LG V40 ThinQ. Alright, so it carries over that ThinQ name and stuff like that. So yeah, let's go check this thing out. It says, after several weeks of teasers and surprise spoiling leaks, the LG V40 is now official. It is a phone made for the Android enthusiast, just like every V series device before it, and blends power hardware with elegant looks. Its bigger selling point, however, is that it has adorned by no less than 5 cameras, including 3 in the back, giving you a degree of creativity freedom no other phone can provide right now. Alright, so you can get real creative with the cameras on the back there. So that's a fucking win. Alright, God, dude, 5 cameras, dude, that is awesome. You know what I'm saying? The LG V40 has a lot in common with the LG V30 and the LG V35 before. Metal and glass are once again the materials of choice, so that's a win. This is a flagship phone, obviously. This is the flagship V. This is like the flagship V series or whatever. The V35 is a flagship, but this has better. This has more shit. There's like more. This has more to it than the V35 does. You know. While the IP68 water resistant rating and military grade drop protection certification indicates that the phone is tougher than it looks. So, for the 4th year in a row, the LG V series has the mil-spec rating on there, so that's a fucking win. So this phone, it's gonna be tough as nails. It's gonna be a tank. So you can throw it, you can drop it, you can do all that shit, and it shouldn't break. But it is made of glass and metal, so yeah, just keep it in mind, alright? And like the LG V30, the V40 is IP68 water and dust resistance. So that is a win as well. Yeah. Now where was I? It says black and blue are the 2 color options coming into the carriers in the US, although internationally the phone will come in gray and raspberry rose. Alright. So the LG V40 is made available in 4 colors altogether, but the US is only getting 2 colors, black and blue. Alright, and so I'll just keep them trimmed with that blue trend of phones there. So yeah, if you guys want to get an LG V40 here in the US, you guys will be able to get it in black or blue. And if you guys get this phone internationally, you guys will be able to get it in gray or raspberry rose, as you guys can see right there in front of you. But the US is only getting 2 colors, black and blue, so do keep it in mind. It says, what's new, however, is the inclusion of a dedicated Google Assistant key on the left side, while the fingerprint scanner at the back no longer doubles as a power key. The latter is on the right side of the device now. So with like the G7 ThinQ, there is a Google Assistant key on the left side, which is right here where my mouse is. That's the Google Assistant key right there on the left, right there underneath the volume buttons, and your fingerprint sensors right there, and your power buttons on the right side. Alright. The V30 didn't have the I think it had the power button on the back too with the fingerprint. And I think the V30 did, if I remember correctly. The V30 had fingerprint and power button together. I think so on the V30. The G7 has it like it is here on the V40. Fingerprint and back, power button on the right side like it is on the G7. So yeah, if you guys are coming from like, I don't know, let's say you guys are coming from like an older LG phone, this might be a little getting used to there, because as you guys know, with old LG phones, you guys had the power and fingerprint on the back. But this time you got fingerprint on the back, power button on the right side on the LG V40. So yeah. The LG V40 is taller than the V30, which comes as no surprise knowing that it also jumps from a 6-inch to a 6.4-inch POLED display. Its resolution stands at 1440 by 3120 pixels for a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio and a 537 pixel density. Alright. So the display on the LG V40 ThinQ, 6.4 inches Quad HD Plus, 1440 by 3120 pixels. It has a 19.5 by 9 screen ratio, and it has 537 ppi there. So it has, yeah. So that's the same screen size as the Galaxy Note 9. The phone is all. This is by far the largest screen a V-series phone has ever offered, obviously, because the LG V10, LG V20, they had 5.7-inch displays, but they also had second displays as well. The V30 had a 6-inch display, and now the V40 has a 6.4-inch display. Alright, so yeah, the first two V-series phones, they had two screens. It had you know, the main screen, then it had a secondary screen on top of it, and I love the second screen. I fucking love that thing on my V20. I fucking love that fucking thing. I wish LG would have kept on with it with the V30 and now the V40, but apparently they didn't. They just got rid of it all together, and so it is what it is, guys. Nothing, you can't whine about it now. It's too late. But the second screen, it was fucking awesome, dude. I love the second screen. I love it, man. I just love the fucking second screen. It's awesome. I just love that thing. And I'm gonna miss it when I get a new phone. I'm gonna miss the fucking second. I'm gonna miss that fucking thing. I'm telling you. I don't know why LG got rid of it. They shouldn't have gotten rid of it. They should have kept on with it. But it is what it is, guys. So yeah, it says the phone is also surprisingly light, weighing at 169 grams with 5.96 ounces. Alright, so it's surprisingly light, so not too bad. It's not the lightest phone in the world, but it's not too bad either. And yes, the LG V40 has a notch at the top of its display containing the earpiece and the two front cameras. Alright, that's where they get the 5 cameras from, 3 in the back, 2 in the front. And like I said, the last time we saw a dual camera on the front on the LG V series was the first V series from LG. The LG V10 had dual cameras on back. The LG V10 had dual cameras on front. So I don't know why LG got rid of that and went back to single rear on the V20, but it is what it is. So last time we saw a dual front-facing camera on the V series was the first one, the LG V10 in 2015, and now it's back on the LG V40 here in 2018. Okay, it says the screen was on its size. The screen area on its size is used to display your clock, app notification icons, and device status information. Those who aren't fans of this particular design choice can hide the notch by applying a black background to the side screen area. So if you guys don't like the notch, you guys can hide it like you guys can on the LG G7. Go to settings for that. I don't know where to go. I guess you go to display, I guess. I don't know exactly how you get rid of it, but you go to settings and shit like that to get rid of it if you guys don't want the display. Hardware and software. Alright, so this is where we get into the you know, like the internals and shit like that. The LG V40 ThinQ comes with Android 8.1 Oreo out of the box. It will be upgraded to 9.8 Pi eventually, but we don't know when. LG fucking sucks at updates. They fucking suck, man. I mean, goddamn, dude. So the LG V40 comes with Android 8.1 Oreo. Okay, Android 8.1 Oreo is out of the box on the V40 when you guys get the phone. Okay, it will get Pi eventually. Don't know when. So I can't tell you when. Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Okay. LG fucking sucks at updating their phones. It took them almost 2 fucking years to update the LG V20 to fucking Oreo. Okay, and that it's ridiculous, dude. Like, come on, man. The V30 will get Pi. Yeah, the V30 will get Pi. Obviously, the V30 will get Pi. I don't see why not. The V30 will get Pi. The V40 will get Pi. The V40 might get Q as well. Might get Q. So this, yeah. So hopefully LG will be faster at hopefully LG will get their shit together and update this phone a lot faster than they did with the V20, because like I said, it took them almost 2 years to update the V20 to Android Oreo. I don't know why it took them 2 years, but it is what it is. Says LG hasn't changed the software experience much, meaning that if you've used a recent LG phone, you'll find that V40 very familiar. As before, the UI skips a traditional Android app drawer. Navigation is performed via classic on-screen buttons instead of the fancy navigation gestures. That's obviously in Pi. The gesture things in Android 9 Pi and shit, and extras we know from the LG V30 such as the floating bar, shortcut panel are still available. So the LG V40 will get the floating bar shit, so it's basically so it's kind of like the second screen on the V40, but it's basically a fucking floating bar. It's basically what it is, and you'll get the same functionality as you did if you had the second screen on the LG V10 or the LG V20. Running the show is a Snapdragon 845, which is the same chip most other Android high-end phones have under the hood. Obviously, it's a flagship. Okay, it is backed up by a decent 6 GB of RAM, but the 64 GB of onboard storage could run out fast for those who shoot lots of photos and videos. Get a fucking memory card. There you go. The LG V40 retains a micro SD card slot for storage expansion, and I suggest you guys use that. And yeah, so the V40 has 6 GB of RAM, 64 GB of storage, and it has a micro SD card slot. You know, so yeah, that's still there. And now comes the interesting part. The LG V40 comes with a total of 5 cameras, which makes it one of the most versatile phones ever when it comes to photo and video capturing. At the back is a 12 megapixel main camera with optical image stabilization, a wider f1.5 aperture for better light sensitivity, and a larger sensor with larger with larger 1.4 micron pixels, or whatever the fuck that is. All of these hardware improvements should translate to better image quality than before. So the back camera, the main camera is 12 megapixels. The main camera on the back is 12 megapixels. As for the other two cameras, one is 16 megapixels, 107 degree wide angle shooter like that on the LG G7, while the other one is a 12 megapixel 2x zoom telephoto camera. This camera hardware combination means that you can image from a much broader perspective without having not having to step back or move closer to your subject. A new feature called triple shot will snap 3 photos at once, one with each camera. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so the camera specs on this thing, there's three of them on the back, obviously, and 2 on the front, so 5 cameras. The main camera is 12 megapixels. The wide angle camera is 16 megapixels, and the telephoto camera is 12 megapixels. So yeah, and you guys have an option called, you guys have a feature called triple shot. So basically, it will snap 3 pictures with all 3 with one picture from each camera lens. So that's pretty cool. AI technology is once again built into the camera software, but the enhancements go beyond scene recognition. Multi-frame HDR techniques help to bring out the best in each photo, while the shutter speed can be adjusted intelligently depending on how much movement is detected, something that should theoretically minimize motion blur. Selfies on the LG V40 can be shot with its 8 megapixel front-facing camera, but if you need to fit more frames into the frame, there's also a 5 megapixel wide-angle camera at your disposal. Both the front and the rear camera support portrait mode for that trendy bokeh effect, which you can now adjust even after you take the shot. Okay, so the camera specs again, I'm gonna go over them again. Yeah, so you have a 12 megapixel main camera, you have a 16 megapixel wide angle camera, and then you have a 12 megapixel telephoto lens camera on the back, and then on the front you have dual cameras on front. You have a 8 megapixel selfie camera, and then you have a 5 megapixel wide angle camera on front. Alright, as other phones of its category, the LG V40 can shoot 4K videos at up to 60 frames per second. What's cool is that HDR video recording is also supported and can be enjoyed on the phone's HDR capable display. Okay. So this is where we get into the sounds and stuff like that. And as you guys know, for like the last 3 years, the LG V series has been famous for its audio. The V10 has the V10 had the quad DAC, V20 had the quad DAC, and every V series phone had the quad DAC. Every V series had the quad DAC. Every V series had the quad DAC thing. So the audio was great on this. Was great. It says earlier this year, LG introduced its boombox speaker technology with the LG G7. It is now also presented on the LG V40 to boost its low frequency output, and more dramatically so when the phone is resting on a flat surface. The trick is done by using the phone's internal volume as a resonant chamber, which gives certain frequencies a welcome boost. Unfortunately, the LG V40 still relies on a single bottom firing speaker, even though stereo speakers have been common among high-end smartphones for some time. and yes, LG is keeping the 3.5mm headphone jack. In fact, it's still paired with LG's 32-bit quad DAC, capable of providing audiophile grade high impedance headphones with ease. Okay. Battery and charging. Okay, so the LG V40 has a 3,300 mAh battery, which is identical to the one in last year's LG V30. Our testing so far indicates that the new model should last most people throughout the day, but won't be any battery life benchmarks. But at least we get a fast charger in the box. Fast wireless charging is also supported if you have a compatible charging pad, of course. So the LG V40 has Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0, has fast charging, and it also supports wireless charging. So that is a win as well. So you can do it both ways. Pricing and availability and release dates, guys. So this is very important if you guys are interested in this phone. Interested in getting one. The LG V40 will be launching on October 18, 2018 across 5 major US carriers, and while prices will vary, this is without a doubt one expensive phone. Here's how much it will cost depending on what carrier you choose to go with. So yeah, the LG V40 is getting released on October 18th, which is 2 weeks from tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And the LG V40 is on the 5 major US carriers. It's going to Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, and US Cellular, guys. So the LG V40 on Verizon is going to be expensive at $980. AT&T is no price in there just yet. I'm saying it's gonna be close to that. It's gonna be somewhere in that neighborhood. It's gonna be 9 something for the V40 on AT&T. They don't have the price just yet. It's gonna be somewhere in the 900s, guys. T-Mobile will be selling for $920, Sprint $960, US Cellular the cheapest at $900 for the V40. $900. I didn't think Verizon is the most expensive one at $980. So if you guys can go about 20s here, let's say the V40 at AT&T is $940. I say that. Let's just say it's $940. Could be wrong, but hey, why not? So Verizon has it at $980, T-Mobile $920, Sprint $960, US Cellular at the cheapest $900, and maybe AT&T $940, maybe. So yeah, that's gonna be expensive as fuck. So do keep that in mind. And yeah, it says those who choose to pre-order an LG V40 will get a free DJI Osmo Mobile 2 gimbal, as well as a 256-watt micro SD card. That is a win. I think the gimbal thing is like a tripod thing for your phone, so that is a win as well. So if you guys pre-order the LG V40, y'all guys can get 2 things. Y'all guys will get a free DJI Osmo Mobile 2 gimbal. That's like a tripod thing for your phone, I believe, and you get a 256-gigabyte micro SD card. So take advantage of that, guys. And yeah, this phone's gonna be expensive as fuck. It's gonna be available October 18th. I think pre-order start next week, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah, this one's gonna be expensive as fuck. AT&T pricing, don't know. I'm gonna say $940, just because that's all $20 increments there. 25 carriers in the US. You can buy the phone outright and buy it online and use it on the prepaid carrier if you guys want to. I do think the Verizon prepaid will get this phone on prepaid. I do think Verizon prepaid will get this phone because they got the V30 last year, so I don't see why they wouldn't get this phone. They also got the G17Q on Verizon prepaid service. So that's the phone right there in all of its glory on the back and full color. So let's go check out this thing. So there's the Here's the bottom of it there. As you guys see right there, the Type C headphone, Type C, the microphone, the headphone jack, LG logo and whatnot, speakers right there. There's the back of it, guys. Y'all gotta see the back in its full color glory. Just remember, guys, in the US is getting 2 colors, black and blue. It's also gonna be available in gray and raspberry rose internationally, but the US is only getting black and blue. So do keep that in mind, okay? Back of the phone looks nice, you know what I'm saying? It has the triple cameras on back, LG logo, V40 logo, fingerprint sensor. Yeah, I think this phone looks nice. It kind of looks like the G7, kind of. Kind of looks like the G7. Yeah, it kind of looks like the G7, and it kind of looks like the, on the back of the phone, guys. To be honest, on the back of the phone, it kind of reminds me of the V20, the V30 on the back in terms of cameras, in terms of camera placement. It kind of reminds me of the V20 and the V. So basically, the V20 and the V30's camera setup is basically here. But the V20 and the V30 had dual cameras. The V40 has triple cameras on back. Okay. So yeah. There's the back of it, guys. You guys have a camera flash, obviously, right there. Yeah. Here's the back of it here again. That front of the logo would fucking move out the goddamn way. I can show you guys the phone. So this is the back of it, obviously. You guys have the power button on the right side of the phone. On the left side, if you guys can see that, you guys have a volume buttons up and down. You guys got a Google Assistant key underneath of that on the left. So they bought that over from the Google Assistant key from the G7 over to the V40 here. So accessing your Google Assistant will be easier. There's the back. There's the back of it again, the bottom and whatnot. Here's the back of it right here. You guys have the cameras, and this is the black model. Y'all guys got the triple. Dude, I can't believe this phone got 5 fucking. Yo, this shit's crazy, man. Oh my god. Whew. 5 cameras, wow. I'm just impressed, man. You know. So y'all guys got the cameras here, camera flash, fingerprint sensor, V40 logo, LG logo, of course. On the right side, power button. On the left side, volume button, and Google Assistant key. Here's the front of the phone. You got that notch. Not a fan of the notch, but y'all guys can hide the notch in settings. I wish the front of the logo would go away so I can show you guys the goddamn phone here. The wallpaper is interesting there on the light screen there. It looks interesting now. It's kind of like the G7 a little bit. Yeah. So that's front of the phone there, guys. It has a notch, of course. You know, that's the trend now with phones, of getting that notch. So yeah, I think the V40 looks nice in my opinion. I'm not really a fan of the notch. I'm just not a fan of the notch. I'm just not. And you guys will know that if you guys have watched my videos in the past. You guys know that I'm not a fan of the notch. If I were to get a phone with the notch, it would be the Essential phone. Because the Essential phone has the best notch on the fucking phone, in my opinion. It's just basically a notch for the camera, and that is it. And the notch is not hideous. It's like a small notch. It's like a tiny notch on the Essential phone where the camera is. And that's it. Other than that, it's not no fucking hideous like black bar on the top of the phone like it is on the not like it is on the iPhone or the G7 from LG. So if I were to get a phone with the notch, it'd be the Essential phone. I'm just saying I don't like the notch at all. But if I were to get a phone with the notch, it'd be the Essential phone, because the Essential phone looks nice. It's the best phone with the fucking notch on it. I'm just saying the Essential did a great job with that phone by putting the notch in there. It's not really intrusive, and I mean, why not, you know? So yeah, there it is, guys. The LG V40 Thin Q. They bring over that Thin Q name over, and Yeah. This phone got announced today by LG. So this is the 4th generation of the V series from LG. They had like several versions of the V30. They had the V30, the V30S, V30 Thin Q, and all that. They had a V35 for AT&T. So this is the 4th. Yo, man, no, this man. Oh. So how many there's like let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think there's 6 V series fans. I think there's 6 of them. If you guys check out like the V30S and shit, so it'd be 4 of them with the V10, V20, V30, V40. That's 4. Then you got the V35 is 5, the V30 Thin Q 6, and the V30S. That's 7. I think there's 7 V series phones. I think there's 7 of them if I'm not mistaken. There's 7 of these phones. There's 7 of them. Yeah, the main selling point of the V40, guys, it's fucking cameras, man. You got 5 fucking cameras on this fucking thing. You got 3 on the back, 2 on the front. It's the first time we've seen dual cameras on a V series phone since the V10 in 2015. The V10 had dual cameras on front. I don't know why LG got rid of that for the V20. I don't know why they should have kept the dual camera setup on the front cameras for the V20, but they got rid of it and then they brought it back for the V40. So the cameras, once again, guys, is 12 megapixel main, 16 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel telephoto camera on back. The front camera is 8 megapixel selfie, 5 megapixel wide angle. It has the boombox speaker thing. It has all the features that the G7 has. So this is basically a G7 on fucking steroids, dude. Basically what it is, G7 on steroids. It has the boombox thing. It has the Google Assistant key on the left side of the phone. It has the notch. It has, you know, it's basically a G7 on steroids, basically what it is here. It has the floating bar, which they introduced that last year on the LG V30 last year. It has IP68 water industrial resistance, so that's a win. It has the military spec on there as well, so this thing is built like nails, as tough as a tank. Yeah, this phone's a fucking tank. So yeah, man, so the V40 is coming out soon, guys. It's coming out in 2 weeks from tomorrow. So depending on what color you guys have or get, the V40 is going to vary by price, so it's going to be expensive as fuck. In the US, guys, just remember, y'all guys getting black and blue in the US. Verizon is going to be the most expensive one, $980 for the V40, $980 at Verizon. Sprint $960, I believe it is, $960. T-Mobile $920. US Cellular $900. That's going to be the cheapest place to get the V40. It's $900 at US Cellular. And AT&T does not have a price. I'm gonna say $940 for the AT&T version. I'm gonna say why not? Because the phones are varied by $20 increments depending on what carrier you have or get. So yeah, it's gonna be expensive as fuck. So the phones are gonna be ranging in $100 of each other. So $20 differences between all the carriers' pricing of the phones. The phone does look nice in my opinion. I do like the phone a lot. I like the features on this phone. It's obviously the G7 on steroids, obviously. Not a fan of the nuts, but not a fan of it. Just not. I'm just not. The back looks beautiful. The front, you know, it is what it is. The front, you know, it looks like the G7, except for it's like, yeah. The front of the phone reminds me, the front of the phone actually reminds me of the V35. Reminds me of the V35 basically, because reminds me of the V35 in the G7, basically what the V40 reminds me of. And yeah, so yeah, what did you guys think about the LG V40? Man, do you guys like this phone, all that stuff? Just remember, guys, it's gonna be expensive as stock. It's gonna be expensive, okay? Obviously, this is a flagship phone. It has Snapdragon 845, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage, an SD card slot. It has quick charge, wireless charging. It has all that on there, so you're gonna be paying for that, and you're gonna be paying for the 5 cameras you're getting on this bad boy. All right. So yeah, there it is, guys. LG V40 ThinQ. They got announced by LG today. It's coming out soon. October 18th is the release date, but I think pre-order start next week, I believe it is, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if you guys pre-order the LG V40, y'all guys will get a free DJI mobile gamble thing for your phone, and you get a free 256 gigabyte micro SD card if you guys pre-order the LG V40. So if you guys want to take advantage of this free offer, go take advantage of that. And so this is probably a long ass video, you guys. So I want you guys to hashtag LG V40 ThinQ in the comments. So if you guys watch the whole thing, hashtag LG V40 ThinQ in the comments. This is a long ass video. I'm sorry, but I hope you guys watch the whole thing. So there it is, guys. LG V40 ThinQ, 5 fucking cameras. Goddamn LG, goddamn. So life is good when you guys have 5 cameras to fuck with, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there it is, guys. LG V40 ThinQ. It's coming out soon. So yeah, that's all pretty much it there, guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, guys. It really helps me out a lot. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.